How you doing, guys? Welcome back. Today I was planning on doing some woodwork. Got all my stuff out and then the heavens opened, everything got dry, so it was beautiful day, nice and sunny. Heavens opened for about 5 minutes, including hailstone, so the temperature dropped. So now I'm inside instead, working on the inside of the van. So up to now, I've been in a bit of a lull. I've not been able to do anything purely because I've been waiting for a delivery to come. So I've got as far as I can with the panelling. I've got the insulation and I've got the first fix wiring in. I've got these battens on the wall, but what I need to do is run the last bit of cabling into the sides for the displays. So I'm going to have 3 displays. Is it 3 displays? 4 displays. I'm going to have the M1, Renogy M1, which is going to be a display for the battery and the solar panels and the MPPT / charger. So basically anything that's going on with the batteries will run into the M1 display, which also I believe has 3 inputs for 12 volts, so you can power 12 volt devices straight from that. So that's one display. I've got another display going in which is for the diesel heater. That is a programmer and it's also the thermostat as well. So obviously when the van reaches temperature, the diesel heater will cut out. As it drops below whatever we've put the target temperature to, then the diesel heater will come back on. The other display is the main display for the 12 volt circuits. So the lights, the fridge, the awning, the outlets, water pump. That also has levels on for the batteries. However, it didn't give you enough information for what I wanted. I wanted to know what actual solar we were drawing and solar we were using, which is why I also needed the Renogy M1. More than enough displays. Oh, and also we're going to I'll need a fuel gauge on the side as well. So all this is basically going to be where all them displays are going to be located. So it's about midway down the van. This side is going to have the fridge and the cooker on it, and then the static bed at the back. So this section here is pretty much going to be fridge, cooker, and then we're going to have the cupboards, the overhead cupboards just above. So this is just going to be a flat wall, plain wall, nothing on it. So this is an ideal spot to put the displays, and it's central in the van, so that's good for the, as I said, the device that's for the diesel heater. That's the programmer / thermostat. Problem I've got, well, it's not a problem because I'm going to fix it, but basically I've put 75mm Kingspan on the wall. We went for 75mm because there was quite a big cavity between where I've put the battens and the outside of the wall. I want the van to be as efficient as possible, so when I turn the diesel heater on, it retains the heat, and when it's hot outside and we have the air conditioning on, it retains the coolness. So yeah, I've probably gone a bit overkill on the insulation, but I'd rather have too much than too little. I've filled in all the gaps with expanding foam. I'll just grab that, I'll show you, because this is from Selco Builders Warehouse, and they had an offer on at the time. I paid £7.9, I think it was about £7.50 plus VAT, and it's actually an acoustic. Not only does it do insulation, it sticks the boards on. So I stuck the boards, then I went round it all, filled in all the gaps, and it expanded. Doesn't expand as much as expanding foam. This is the Mega Stick version, but this advertised as being good for acoustics, so I thought that would help with the rattles and the bangs of the van while we're driving along. Yeah, it's by Bondit, but you get that stuff from Selco. And it's been pretty good to work with as well. A lot easier than expanding foam. Expanding foam can get a little bit out of control. So that's pretty decent, that stuff. So yeah, we filled this gap in. It's come to, I'll get you a little bit closer. Now you can see the insulation has come just, it hasn't down here, but up here it's come just out a tiny bit past. Forget your flush. So it's always difficult with vans because obviously nothing's straight. Literally nothing in a van is straight. So try to get your angles and try to get insulation in, especially big sheets like this, it is quite difficult. So what I'm going to do is flip you around. You can see on this side I've actually put a 50 by 25mm slate lap batten. This is pressurized. This is what usually goes on the roof, goes on the roof of your house. So it is good, long-lasting stuff. And I'm just finishing it off with a 12mm piece of ply there. That 12mm just brings it out enough so I can get my boards on nice and straight. So what I'm thinking is I need to get these wiring harnesses in for the control panels. Now this is, like I said, this is what was holding me up, waiting on all this, all these to come. So they've come now, and this means that I can get all these in position, ready for the displays. The only thing is, I'm not going to be able to thread them through the battens, which is my preferred method of getting wires or pipes past walls. I'd rather take them through the middle. So I'm going to have to notch out for these. So that's going to involve, I'm just going to cut down the battens where I've already, or next to where I've already run these wires, because obviously I don't want to nip these. And I'm gonna then put the ply on the top of these battens, so in effect it will be sturdy, it won't go anywhere because it's going to have the ply on the top. And then I've also got, if I can find it, this stuff. So basically this is a 50mm galvanized, it's basically a wire protector. You put it over just to give it an extra bit of protection should I forget where the wire is and decide to stick a nail through. That'll just hopefully stop it from going through, or at least let me realise that something's there before I go through it. So I've got a wire for the, or a harness should I say, for, so it's this one that's going to go in for the programmer. Sorry, I've got another one. So this isn't a display, this is just a switch. That needs to go in. That is for the Truma hot water. So that's going to go on there. This is the wiring harness for the CB controller. And then I've got the wiring harness in there for the Renogy 1 M1. So yeah, I'm going to get these in. And I've got a, if you can see that, that's a 5-core or a 4-core in earth flex. This is for the fuel gauge, because I do want to put a fuel gauge in the back for the diesel heater, just so we can keep track of obviously how much diesel we've got left. I don't want to be pushing the van if we run out. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this. Got my multi-tool ready to cut these battens out. So yeah, let's get stuck in. Another tip as well, what I'm doing is using this. So basically when I put the windows in, we got this trim. It's like an automotive trim. It's like heavy duty rubber. It's got grippers on the inside. It's got metal rings in there, so it's quite sturdy and it holds onto the body of the van quite well. Anywhere where the wires are running past metal that's sharp, I'm going to press this onto the bodywork to stop the wire from chafing or rubbing or breaking through, because obviously we don't want wires breaking behind. The reason I'm not running conduit is because although I have run conduit on the normal standard cabling that I've run, obviously for the same reason why I've had to notch out for these cables, I'm not going to get this through conduit. I'd have to slice it all down and then thread it in, and yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. So this is going to work just as well, because it's going to take away the sharp edges and it's going to give me more room behind the actual framework of the van. So we'll get this on now. I'll be cracking on with the build this weekend. We're on Thursday at the moment, so I'll probably do a bit more. I'm going to get the infills of this ply put onto these battens this weekend. I'll probably do some footage of that, maybe just some short videos. You don't really need to see me putting 50mm pieces of ply onto battens. It's self-explanatory. Yeah, so I'll get that ply on, get the insulation put into the wall, probably neaten these wires up a little bit more. These are great, these small little, so basically they're self-adhesive, and if you've got a decent clean surface, you just stick right onto it, and it allows you to put your cable ties through, and it just holds all the wiring in place until you get that finishing panel or finishing cladding on the walls. So yeah, job's a good one. I'll see you soon.